As a married couple living in the most expensive city in Canada, there are many things we do to reduce our living costs. This is our grocery budget challenge. This last week on our budget challenge was overall not too bad, though I feel like the last few days have been pretty rough food-wise. But it could have been a lot worse, and when I took time to look back on the whole week, I realized that there were some good days too. I think that we started off strong, but then we got busy, and I didn't have enough time for food production, which led to us eating to survive rather than to thrive. I managed to make the basics we needed to get us through the day, and I incorporated a bit of veg, but I didn't manage to cook like usual. Not just that, but there were a few cooking and kitchen mishaps that occurred this week. One was that I realized after making a triple batch of bread that we were basically out of flour. And two was how I was supposed to cook our brown lentils, which was our planned source of protein for dinner, before church because we had a picnic with my in-laws in the afternoon. But I forgot. God made a way for us though, because our pastor and his wife gave us a huge gift of food after church, which really saved us for dinner. So we just got home from church, and our pastor and his wife gave us some gifts of food. Okay, so it's a lot. We're going to do an unboxing. We haven't seen it yet, but she did tell us about some of it. So I'll start over here, and then we'll put these in the freezer ASAP. So these are cubes of 1 cup of stewed tomatoes, or at least cooked tomatoes from their garden. And then we have some chicken thighs. Ooh, and some more chicken thighs, or maybe some chicken breasts. We have some frozen chicken. Oh, wow. Okay, and we have the canned stuff. Ooh, turkey gravy, cream of mushroom soup. Wow, more cream of mushroom soup. Ooh, some corned beef with a cool opener. Chunk light tuna. Ooh, French style beans. Oh my gosh, it's coconut milk. Black beans. We don't even have to cook these. Wow, fruit cocktail. That's so fun. Pineapple tidbits. Oh wow, penne pasta. We have pearl barley, which I thought was our pot barley. Ooh, orzo. Oh, a giant bag of spaghettini. Wow, that's heavy. We have a lot of super greens oatmeal. Ooh, a lot of them. Thanks, Bob and Judy. We briefly considered waiting until after our budget challenge to use these items, but we decided that we needed to use them, especially since we didn't have it in us to wait for the lentils to cook for dinner, and we had the cans of tuna available. This week we had some tough moments. The stress of life and not having our regular level of satiety, comfort, and pleasure in our food was challenging. There were moments I thought to myself, why are we doing this? We achieved our goal, and that's what this challenge was for. And then I thought, well, it's more than just savings that we're gaining. We're growing as people, and we're determined to finish the challenge that we've set for ourselves. I don't know if we'll finish the challenge strong, but we will finish it, and we'll be stronger as people. This last week was so eye-opening. We've become keenly aware that our backstock is almost gone, and our weekly stock is almost all we have, aside from gifts. We've come to see that the gifts not only add to our quality of life, but are sustaining us. The budget we established of $160 a month was a guess and a test, with our backstock in mind and a want to keep costs down as much as possible to make sure that we met our financial goal. I think that a lot of you realized what it would really mean for us. Many of you guys could see that this was the reality that would come to pass, but we couldn't see it at the time, and now we are living it. There are still strategies we can implement to shop and stretch things better, but we don't have much mental space and we have a lot on our plate at the moment, so we're hoping to try those in the future. So for now, we're happy to survive and finish what we've set out to do. Highlights this week were our cheese pizza. Macaroni and cheese with split red lentils on the side, topped with cooked red onions. And cheesy mushroom tuna pasta with onions and green onions, which we also had for breakfast with an egg and topped with more green onions. Also, this week we ran out of garbage bags midweek and had to shop for them, and we decided to get some things to prevent another clog. So we went to Dollarama and got 18 34-liter garbage bags for $2.25, a sink strainer for $1.25, and a drain hair catcher for $1.25, for a total of $5.32. We also bought our eggs for the week on the weekend. We went to Shoppers Drug Mart and got 12 large eggs for $3.79. They were super helpful at Shoppers. Just so you guys know, today is Wednesday. So let's see what we're working with this week. We went through about this much sugar. We almost went through the whole jar of chocolate chips. We haven't used any of our other baking supplies. We have a bit of trail mix, some various sugars. Oh wow, a whole bag of icing sugar is still back there. A bag of tapioca flour. We have cornstarch, vanilla, baking powder, baking soda, more vanilla, and some food coloring. We have just a bit more flour, probably less than a cup. We have some more sugar and some chocolate chips. We don't have any more rice. We went through about 1 liter. Okay, so for this pantry, we still have quite a bit of black tea. Hopefully it'll get us through the rest of the challenge. We have some herbal teas and we still have our hydration packs. We still have a few peanuts. As for our beans, we have approximately 2 pounds of lentils left and a bit of chickpeas. And over here, we have half a bag of pot barley and a whole bag of pearl barley. We still have 1 bottle of oil in our back stock and no more paper towels. We started our new salt. I've put it in that box. Pasta-wise, we have new pasta. We have approximately 5 pounds of pasta. We have 1 pack of oatmeal. We have more oatmeal back there. We have approximately 1 kilogram. We have quite a few cans at the moment. Cream of mushroom, black beans, coconut milk, turkey gravy, pineapple tidbits, French-style beans, fruit cocktail, and corned beef. We have this much rice vinegar, this much honey, this much popcorn, be half the bag of popcorn, and half a head of garlic. We've moved our onions out of the fridge and we currently still have 3. I meant to pickle them, that's why they're still here. We probably should have eaten them. We started a new bottle of oil on the 24th. It was full on the 24th. It's currently over here. Our garlic powder, our Italian seasoning, and our other spices we still have in our back stock. We will quickly look at that today. It's been a while. It hasn't changed much, but we have a lot of paprika, some cinnamon, a lot of chili peppers, onion powder, paprika, cumin, and more chili flakes, chili peppers. And we have some special spice mixes and some ground coriander and a tiny bit of curry powder. We haven't had time to cook our potatoes, so we still have 5 potatoes. And into our fridge. Okay, so these eggs are for this week. We're starting the week with 12 eggs. This is huckleberry jam that I made today. We have half a lemon. We have 2 containers of lentils defrosting. We have a little container of bok choy defrosting. We don't have any cheese in the cheese drawer right now, but I plan to defrost the cheese we have in the freezer. Hopefully it's still there. I think it is. We have cooked rice. This is the last of our rice. We have some pancakes made from the pancake mix and some leftover pasta. And we have our gochujang. Down here we have some lentils, just a bit. And I'm defrosting half of the sliced pork we have in the freezer. Into the veggie drawer, we still have our iceberg lettuce and 2 lemons. Our peanut butter levels. Not too bad. We still have 2, 4, 5 packs of soy sauce. And we haven't used any more better than bouillon. We're about halfway through our ketchup and a little bit more than halfway through our sriracha. And we have a plan to get this ketchup out now. This is some iced black tea. We still have a lot of yeast. This is our milk level. The milk has been sustaining us. And into the freezer. Over here we have 4 frozen tortillas. We had 7 extras after our meal last week. Oh yes, half of the block of cheese that we will defrost. We still have 500 milliliters of applesauce, 1 jar of breakfast ham, and just over a liter of bone broth. On this side, we have some gravy, some fat. We still have our chicken skin, not sure about that anymore, and our green curry paste. And some raw chicken, thanks to Bob and Judy. We still have some of the raw pork here. And this is just ice. Down here we have 4 or 5 cups of frozen tomatoes, frozen cooked tomatoes. We have our veggie scraps and our lemon zest. Right here we still have approximately 4.5 pounds of pulled pork, our berries, I used a few for the jam, and our frozen bananas. Let's have a look at our sheets. Okay, so today is going to be a very interesting day. We've already spent some of this week's budget earlier in the week. We got eggs on the weekend for $3.79 from Shoppers, and we got garbage bags and a hair catcher and a sink drain mesh item for $5.30. So I've put those numbers in, and it's come out of the $26.25 that was there before. With these 2 expenses, we now have $17.16 after. And then this is our rollover. It was $6.86 last week when we started, and this is what we took out last week. I added it over here so that it wouldn't be taken out of this week's, but out of our rollover instead. So we'll copy that, we'll paste that over here. Just get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of our notes. And down here, we have the tortillas that weren't a part of our meal. So we've decided not to include it in our weekly food budget and just consider this as a bonus for shopping well or for ordering well with our emergency fund. Because we were very tempted to get some queso on the side with some chips, but we didn't. We got these tortillas instead. So we did need it to make the minimum to get 60% off. I felt like I wanted to take it out. Earlier I had planned amount to pull out of this week's, but we took the things that we need to do even better at preventing a clog out of the budget already. And I guess that could have come out of the emergency fund, but they were household goods. So we're just gonna let the tortillas slide. Okay, so this week we are working with $17.16 plus our rollover. $17.16 plus $3.47. Okay, so this week we're going to be working with $20.63, and we already have our eggs for the week. Things that we're going to be looking for this week are milk or cream, fruit and veg, flour, rice and beans, and potentially condiments, if possible. And next week we'll have $35 for food, which will feel amazing. So we'll probably go to Persia Foods, which means we'll probably also go to Walmart. Okay, but let's look through the flyers and let's start with the Superstore flyer. Okay, so this is the Superstore flyer. Okay, this week they're offering Unico diced tomatoes for $1.39. I feel like that's a really good price. Let's write that down. I know it seems like we won't go, but maybe we will. Maybe they'll have great fruit deals or veggie deals. The club-sized chicken drumsticks will be $2.49 a pound, which seems like a great deal. It's regularly $5.19 a pound or $6.69 a pound. So that's great. That's not in our budget at the moment, but one day it will be. Ooh, we don't need this at the moment because we have a lot of pasta and we just bought this pasta, but I would consider this a good deal. Let's compare that to what we got last week, just for fun. Oh, yes, last week we got 900 grams of this pasta for $2.27 and it's $1.97 this week. If we had a larger budget, this would be the time to stock up. I'm gonna write it in a different color because we're not gonna add it as an option for this week. I'm gonna note it down for the price book. Last week, I didn't update the price book, but that's okay. You know, sometimes you just miss a week. $7 for 6 pounds of apples. We've wanted this before, but it was out of stock. I don't have much faith it would be in stock, but maybe. 7 divided by 6. It's $1.16 a pound, which is a great deal. Well, a decent deal. Evaporated milk for $1.50. I feel like that is also a pretty good deal. I don't think I've seen it fall below that much. Ooh, that seems like a good deal on vinegar as well. 4 liters for $2.29. I think we've been seeing that around. I think I'll also write down the evaporated milk for the price book. Right now, I'm shopping on this budget. We have very little to work with, but one day we'll have more. So we're kind of starting to prepare for that, just like ever so slightly. Even this morning, it was hard to imagine finishing the challenge. We've just been in it for so long. A package of 6 avocados for $3.49. It's still appealing. I feel like they'll be tiny avocados. 58 cents an avocado. Oh, I feel like this is a great price for paste salsa. We do like our homemade salsa, but this is like a comfort food for us. I'll write it down for a price list, but it won't be written down for our shopping list. I don't know if it's a good price, but the living lettuce was really good. And here's a living lettuce for $2.66. Mustard for $2.29. 325 milliliters. Not bad. Ooh, small bags of rice for $3. It's nice. I feel like that means that we can definitely fit rice in our budget. We'll put this as an option. Sticky rice seems cool too, but I'm not gonna try that right now. Just really don't have the mental capacity for things to go wrong. I feel like at the beginning of the challenge, I was trying a lot of new things, and I'm still willing to try some new things, but if it goes wrong, it just feels like a huge loss because we don't have a huge amount of backstock to make us feel safe. Okay, so cream is $2.97 at Superstore this week. We prefer to get milk because we just feel like we get more value per dollar, and we prefer the taste in our coffee and tea and the versatility of it, but we might need that $3 for something else. Wow, chocolate chips have gotten so expensive. $5.99 on sale. Remember, it was like $4.49 on sale. What? Oh, wow. That's it for the Superstore flyer. That's interesting. Okay. The Kin's weekly specials. So today is Wednesday the 29th. And today and tomorrow there will be blackberries and grape tomatoes. And starting on Friday, May 1st, until May 3rd, there will be, the living lettuce trio. I think it was $2.66 or something like that at Superstore, so this is slightly better. And watermelon for 79 cents a pound. It's not going to be for us. Okay, next we'll go to Walmart. Okay, so this is the Walmart flyer. Seedless cucumbers for 94 cents. Put it on the list. Ooh, these cornmeals and corn flours seem like a good deal, but I won't be experimenting with them right now. They also have cream for $2.97. Still have the frozen corn and frozen peas for $2.96. This is not our ideal price per pound. They are good and convenient. A good source of fiber. $2.96 divided by 750 grams times 4.5359 to the pound, $1.79 a pound. I feel like it's not going to fit. I want it to fit. I just feel like the corn goes so far in terms of our enjoyment of our meals. You know what? I'm going to write it down and consider it because we really need to up the enjoyment of our meals, I believe. This past week has been a bit rough. We have survived, but we certainly haven't thrived in the flavor department or the texture department. Oh, I used to like these in the States. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're full of chemicals, but they were tasty. Oh, I hope they're still in stock when we're done our challenge. Oh, I'm so glad we get to try it without having to go to the States. It's quite an expensive trip. Okay, I'll just keep this in mind. Okay, that's it for the Walmart flyer. Next, Let's look at the no frills flyer. 1 pound of ground chicken for $4. That would have been really appealing, but now we have chicken thanks to Bob and Judy. So we're good on the chicken, but if you guys need ground chicken, $4 for a pound. 3 pounds of onions for $2.99. I'm not gonna write it down, but if there are great deals, I'll come back and write it down so we can price match at Superstore. So we're probably going to Walmart so that we can go to Persia Foods. $2 rather than $2.66 or however much it normally is for this pasta sauce. Sometimes it goes for $1.66 at Safeway. That's it for the no frills flyer. Let's look at the Safeway flyer. They have 4 for $5 for large avocados or large mangoes. And I think that their avocados are normally quite large, so maybe that's not bad. It's not going to be going on our list though. Cinco de Mayo. This bison's looking mighty good. They have beans and lentils. $1.99 for almost 1 pound, 450 grams. Let's compare it to our price book. Okay, so it's $2.01 per pound, and we regularly get our dried beans for $1.13 per pound. So it's not cheaper per dollar, but it feels affordable, which is nice. Let's write it down. Okay, let's check out the Save On Foods flyer. Wow, a $3 cucumber. Oh, it's a 3-pack. That makes sense. I just thought it was a $3 cucumber. Wow, that's a lot of instant noodles for $7.99. I have no idea what Mr. Noodles tastes like. Yeah, we wouldn't be doing that. But not bad. If it's a variety pack, that's need some quick meals. It seems pretty good. Well, depends how many calories are in each pack and what's in it. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, that's it for the Save On Foods flyer. Yeah, I feel like if we didn't get the tomatoes and pasta gifted to us, we'd probably go to Superstore for the diced tomatoes and pasta deal. But we did, so we're feeling good with that, and we'll probably go to Walmart and to Persia Foods instead, because Persia Foods is a place where we can get a lot of good deals. So what I'm planning to do is do research on things we're looking for, like how much they'll be. I'll write down the prices, and then I'll bring it all together. Milk. So we can get 4 liters for $6.11, or we can get 2 liters for $5.04. Yeah, I'll write down milk as an option. And then flour. Let's see if we can get a small bag of flour. I don't think we'll be able to get a large bag. Okay, so I guess we'll go with this unbleached all-purpose flour, potentially. Because it's 2.5 kilograms for $3.77, which is better than 2 something for 1 kilogram, and 10 kilograms is not going to fit in our budget right now. Alternatively, we could get whole wheat flour. Let's do a quick comparison. Okay, let's go with the whole wheat flour. Might as well get some fiber from our flour. And we'll have a look at beans. Oh, so these are 900 grams for $2.97, whereas Safeway was $1.99 for 450 grams. So this is a way better deal. I see, I thought they were the same size bags. Honestly, we've been eating lentils, well, mainly lentils for 2 weeks. So the texture of beans is appealing. Okay, it just looks like black turtle beans have more to offer in terms of vitamins. Yeah, okay, so we'll be going with black turtle beans. I was leaning towards the navy beans because I've baked with them before and they made a really delicious cake, but this will be really good. You're gonna like any bean. Okay, and then we're gonna look up rice. Let's look in store and let's sort it from low to high. I also think we'll be fine without rice. We have pot barley and pearl barley. I think there is rice at the dollar store as well, but we're gonna have a busy day today, so I'm hoping not to make that extra stop because we're also gonna have to stop at Persia Foods. 900 grams, 2 pounds of rice, brown rice, for $3.27. If we still have potatoes, we do have a lot of carbs for this week. But I can't really imagine another time where we would ever try this, so it's kind of an opportunity because we'll normally buy our rice in bulk. Well, not bulk, but a bigger bag. let's just write it down as an option. And then let's just look up condiments. See if we can get a little bit more variety. This week we will be having some green curry. The ketchup is still $3.27. That's a good one. We don't need more ketchup right now. If you guys do though, 1 liter of French's ketchup right now for $3.27. Okay, there's mustard. $2.77 for mustard seems really expensive. Is this giant? 400 milliliters? I feel like it should be like 1 liter. Okay, mustard for $1.47. Ooh, barbecue sauce for 98 cents. I feel like this is not what we would normally want to eat. So we probably won't eat it, but let's have a look. Yeah, if you're looking for flavor, this is a good price, but we're not looking for it so much that we're gonna choose this because we want to learn how to make healthier, affordable sauces. We'll see though, I might go back on that later. Ooh, this seems really good. White vinegar, water, mustard seeds, salt, turmeric, paprika. I think we're gonna place our bet on this one. I'm so excited for this mustard. It's different because it's yellow mustard. Haven't had that in a while. Okay, so let's put it together. Actually, we will quickly also first look at the fruits and veggies here. 3 pounds of carrots for $2.94. Let's write that down. Because carrots are sometimes like $1.20 something per pound at Persia Foods. Let's put it together. Okay, we're working from $20.63. We don't know if we're gonna go milk or cream, so let's take out our fruit and veg first. Let's put aside 5 for fruit and hope there will be loose bananas. 4.5 for the oranges was really good. Oh gosh. Okay, we do have some fruit in the freezer. Maybe we will have to make do with less oranges. We can maybe get some bananas because this is going to be a tight week. Okay, let's do 4 for fruit. Flip-flopping a bit. Oops. Okay. So that's 4 for fruit. And we have some onions. Let's do the carrots. They're 99 cents a pound. I haven't had carrots in a little while. And then let's do 150. We'll do like 175 for onions at Persia Foods. Maybe a garlic and some onions, I don't know. Let's just 175 for veg. Okay, so we have $11.94 after our fruit and veg. Let's think about it though, let's think about it. I feel like having the mustard in the house is a good idea because we still have honey. We could technically make honey mustard and that would be super delicious for us. But we have the tomato product now, so that's flavor. Oh goodness. I feel like my brain is trying to work really hard to make the milk fit. I feel like the milk is not gonna fit. Okay, let's wait on the mustard. Let's add in the flour because we find flour to be very versatile. At this point, let's give up the dream of milk this week and let's take out the cream. Okay. From here, okay, the black turtle beans, which will be huge, leaving us with $2.23. So from here we can take out the mustard, leaving us with 75 cents. Wait, 76 cents. I don't know why I just rounded it like that. Maybe we could just add it to the veg, plus 175. So we'll have $2.51 for veg. So that's that. For our price book this week, we'll be adding 796 milliliters of Unico canned tomatoes for $1.39, 900 grams of Ital pasta for $1.97, 354 milliliters of no-name evaporated milk for $1.50, and 642 milliliters of paste salsa for $4.79 from Superstore, and 3 pounds of carrots for $2.97 from Walmart. Now that we have our list, let's shop. We went to Persia Foods and got 2 navel oranges at 99 cents a pound, 2 Tangelo oranges at $1.49 a pound, 2 blood oranges at $1.99 a pound, 3 pounds of red onions for $1.49, 1 head of garlic at $3.99 a pound, 1 Granny Smith apple for $1.49 a pound, and 1 zucchini at $1.29 a pound, for a total of $6.98. Then we went to Walmart and got 3 pounds of carrots for $2.94. We weighed them to make sure they were at least 3 pounds. Then we got 400 milliliters of mustard for $1.47, 900 grams of black turtle beans for $2.97, 2.5 kilograms of whole wheat flour for $3.77, and 1 liter of half and half for $2.97, for a total of $14.12. So we went over our budget by 47 cents because we went over at Persia Foods. So we'll settle up next week. When we got home from shopping, we restocked our fridge and pantry and ate a rice bowl with pork and bok choy. And for dinner, we ate a rice bowl with pasta, lentils, and ketchup and mustard, and it was surprisingly good. See you next time for an update and for our final shop on this budget challenge.